Welcome, FOH. Excuse, you might hear a bit of a mower in the background. I've got some software that should cut that out, but I love my neighbours. They're great people. We are doing, hey Kenny, we're doing a review of the Bolivar Regional Edition 2000 and I think it's 2017, which was the Silver Jubilee of PCC, because I've just come out with their 30th anniversary, Diplomatico, and they're about to release that the next week, I believe. But this was their 25th anniversary, Silver Jubilee.
We're running 5 years behind.
No. It's been out for, I think we actually got them on time. This is when they used to release things roughly on time. Yeah, PCC have always been pretty good. But unfortunately, they've got Habanos and partners. So there you go. It just, yeah, you can't.
That's because they've imported people from Norwegian.
You're going to try to get me sacked, aren't you? Yeah.
That's still one of the funniest things I ever heard.
I actually should be catching up with Dag next month in Hong Kong.
Please pass on my best.
I know. I'm sure he'll look forward to that. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
You can't remember what these are supposed to taste like, can you?
Didn't know they existed until I found it in the plastic bag.
Travel humidor, yeah? It's your travel humidor. That's on the plastic bag.
It's not a travel humidor. It's just conveniently located just as well, given we had a storm before. Otherwise,
it's a waterproof. It's a waterproof travel humidor, people.
It's more waterproof than the one you. It's more waterproof than that beautiful little silver travel thing that you sold us. My mate wanted to find out whether or not it was waterproof, so he stuck it in a bucket of water. Apparently not.
Did it have waterproof on the outside? Did it? Did it say it's waterproof? I did not. I did not.
Please. Oh, excuse me. The T-shirt.
One of us is right. The other one is a dickhead. Right? Oh, it's you. All right. There.
Just for you.
Danny, I haven't sold. No, hey, that's not fair.
Those 20 years ago.
Those humidors that we sold, those otter boxes, they're otter boxes. They were waterproof.
They were not. You bitch at me for remembering that I bought a jar of cigars, which just happened to come without cigars, 10 years ago, and you're bitching about something from 20 years ago.
It's a lovely draw at Coles. Try that.
Yeah, I did. It's okay.
Put the glass down, Darrow. What are you doing? Cold draw. What's it? Oh, Jesus. I can't believe you did a little dance. Anyway.
It's just coming down, leaving a trail, a scar.
What is it?
I've been doing this Mezcal thing. I put the article up in the thread.
So you got a full glass of Mezcal? Yeah?
Well, not a full glass. It's not a full glass.
That's a weak. So you drink Mezcal out of a wine glass? Yeah.
Well, it's actually more of a sherry glass, and that actually looks a hell of a lot bigger than it really is. It's a
Chardonnay glass. It's a Chardonnay glass. I've had sherry glass. That's a Chardonnay
glass. At your place, seriously, this wouldn't qualify as the dregs.
Bolivar, let's fire it up.
Because you know what? These glass comes with a handle that you can carry.
Both those releases, the Silver Jubilee releases, and lots of our members on FOH have them, were very successful, and they were very good at the time. I'm interested to see, 5 years. This is, sorry, did I say LGR December 17 is the box code for this?
If this is a 5-year-old regional release, whatever the reason behind it, it should be a good cigar. And no excuses for it not.
I agree with you. Sorry, what's the cold draw? You're getting. Oh, you've already lit yours.
You made me listen.
I know. I thought you hadn't started yet. Let's pick up.
Oh, seriously?
What's news, mate? What's news this week in your world?
What, do you think everyone wants to hear that?
Cigar news. You got any cigar news? Are you writing any cigar articles currently?
The last one was the one for Quill and Pad.
How are you
if this
related
is
to the editors?
How am I related to the editor?
Yeah.
The editor, I met the editor. I'm not related. I met the editor, although we do think that our fathers may have played tennis against each other many, many years ago, because the old man was a very good tennis player. He won the school championship, beat a guy that went on to play Davis Cup for Australia.
Yeah, under sixes or something, or serious singing
The
tennis,
school,
or
the school,
like
the school
juniors?
championship.
Yeah, well, what grade? Was it grade 6?
The
Junior
school
college?
championship. The school championship.
Okay, sorry.
How
I didn't
hard
go to
is that?
I didn't go to a Protestant private school like you did, yeah?
We went to a Catholic private school.
We had to steal just to pay the fees. That's how tough it was in that private Catholic school. It wasn't an easy school to get to. We'll be back with you at the end of the first third.
Well, don't bet on that.
First third, Bolivar, Silver Jubilee.
Toasty, biscuity.
Cocoa-y.
Yep, cocoa powder, but that lovely biscuity note, shortbread.
I love it.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, they did a good blend on this.
Mm.
You can see why people enjoy them. It's got character. It's rich.
Mm.
It's got very dark here all of a sudden. We must have a storm coming over. But it's really cool. I'm enjoying this. It's still under medium, just under medium body. It's under medium body. Guys, I know Cuba makes so few medium full body or full bodied cigars, but they're always rich. Another tequila, Ken? Mezcal, not tequila. Mezcal. Another one?
It's I'm still drinking this one.
Yeah.
Thank you, that's fine.
Give us a rundown. Give us a review on the Mezcal.
Well, it's up on the forum. You can get the article. There's a link to the article on the forum. This is a particular.
Yeah.
$500 a bottle. Christ help me.
Whoa! What?
Yeah, $500 a bottle. Yeah, I know. Mezcal, good mezcal is not cheap.
Is it owned by Habanos? Right.
They wish.
Wow.
No, it's all very artisanal, because these agro plants, some of them they grow wild, some of them they actually grow, but they take.
Wait, what plant is it again?
AGAVE, agave.
Oh, excellent.
They cut back all the what looks like a cactus, but it's not a cactus, and the inside looks like a giant pineapple. You can only use it once, and if it takes 20 years to grow this thing, and you can only use it once, you can see why it becomes expensive.
There you go. Give us what flavors you're getting out of that. Out of interest,
there's a smokiness in this, which makes quite a good, interesting match.
Cigar, smoky.
Yeah, throw this away.
Smooth and smoky.
Yeah, there's sort of a grassiness. In fact, in the piece I put, if someone had given me a list of the flavors, I would have thought I was looking at a Cohiba. Smokiness, grassiness, touch of that sort of honey character. The description was almost like, well, could be a Cohiba. But yeah, the smokiness apparently comes from the underground pits that they roast these things in.
There you go. Learn something every day. Well done.
And they make them in tiny batches. The good stuff. And if you've got a worm, you've got a bad one.
No worms, people. Worms are
No
always
worms.
bad.
I didn't say worms were always bad, but worms in mezcal are not good. Don't you have worms in the garden?
Second third of this cigar, and I'm getting something I don't like in it.
A tiny bit of that metallic character. Tiny bit. Not much, but just a tiny bit. Yeah.
Just starting to come in on that.
Yeah. And that's not enough to spoil it yet. And if it goes away, I have no problem. If it stays or gets worse,
it can go two ways. You can go sweet in a second, which I think it may. But that's something I don't. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Back with you at the end of the last day. Last third of this Bolly. It's that little bit of bitterness disappeared. Yeah.
Yeah, it did, and it went into slight sweetness, more of that biscuity cocoa powder. It's getting a little bit hot towards the end, but you know, it's not been a bad 91 for me.
They're coming along nicely, people. If you've got them at home, pick some up, smoke one.
And I wouldn't be in any rush. I wouldn't be in any rush to smoke this.
It's like it's like a Bolivar Royal Corona on steroids. It's certainly a bigger, richer, fuller bodied BRC. Of course, they're 50 gauge, so it makes some sense.
It's certainly. I mean, that first half was certainly well under nice and cushiony and under medium. It's now well over medium for me, and it's a perfectly pleasant, good cigar.
I was going to go 92, but I agree with you. 91, you know, and enjoyable, thoroughly enjoyable, and makes a statement on the palate. It's got character. It's got flavors coming out of the wazoo. It's evolved throughout the cigar. So really,
construction's been pretty good.
Yeah, it's been great.
I haven't had to have not touched this, I don't think, the whole way through. So yeah, but look, if you had a box and you put them away for another 5 years, I don't think you'll be doing yourself any harm.
A lot of you guys got boxes of these, try one now and then go back to it again. You know, give it 6 months, a year, 2 years, whatever. But I think you're going to be surprised. Yeah. And they were good to begin with, but they really have evolved nicely.
And, you know, a Bolivar regional release, those things should be good. I mean, if they're asking the extra dosh because they put the second band on and give it a funny name, in the nicest possible way, of course.
I'll let Dag know that when I catch up with him. Yeah, that's your theory on the PCC regional releases. What funny name in the second ring? Yeah, one of us is right. Yeah. Good. Thank you, Kenny. Thank you, everyone, for another review. We do one again next week, I think, Kenny. We've got something special for next week. I'm looking forward. I think the other PCC regional releases start landing in the next couple of weeks, what we're being told. So as soon as they land, I'll get a review out to you. Looking forward to it. And to my FOH brothers and sisters, hasta luego. Cheers.